Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and the start of Season 5 of my F1 2018 career mode. Today we are here for the return in the Mercedes team, and this time we are alongside Lewis Hamilton, so it's going to be a very good challenge this season. I'm looking forward to it, back in a competitive car, and we can put that Williams car to one side and we can go back to being in a top car and hopefully being competitive. If you guys did miss the finale of Season 4, then do check it out by clicking the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. It's a very good race actually. I quite enjoyed it, even though the end result wasn't great. It was good fun nonetheless, so I do urge you to go check that one out. And also there is a full playlist link in the description down below with every episode up until this point if you have missed any of them. But yeah, we arrived here at Australia and it's the first race of Season 5, and the first thing I've got to mention, guys, there won't be no webcam past this point because I'm testing a new editing software. I'm trying to use Adobe Premiere Pro instead of Sony Vegas for a change. So yeah, this entire episode has been edited with new editing software. Let me know if you notice any differences, if you like it more or less in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts. Basically testing a new editing software, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it, hence why this video is going to go out quite late today. But if you guys do enjoy them, please do go ahead and leave a like on the video. And yeah guys, after that, let's just jump into it and let's see what this episode has in store for us.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
Alright, welcome back. It's gonna be one heck of a season, I think. To be honest, I don't think we've done the best job maintaining our performance through this regulation change, though we're gonna be playing a bit of catch-up this year. We're counting on you, but you've got the whole team behind you.
Alrighty then. Another year, another championship. I hope you're well rested. Well, as much as you can be for someone who has to spend half their life in the gym anyway. Let's get to it.
Right then, so here we are on the laptop, and as you can see, the weather conditions for this weekend are pretty decent. Sunny conditions all the way through, along with a aerodynamic upgrade on the front wing for the front downforce, and that means for the R&D tree, we are the 4th best team going into this season, just behind Ferrari, Sauber, and Renault. So a little bit of work to do. Renault and Ferrari definitely a bit further ahead, and then we've got Haas right at the bottom there as Williams actually overtake them. So all in all, let's see what happens. Hopefully it's an exciting season. However, we have to look at the regulation change. Now, the regulation change affected the durability this season, and as you can see, this Mercedes car used to have pretty much the entire durability thing complete. Now it's gone down to literally a couple of things, so we're going to have to really work on this durability early on this season. The first half of the season is going to be literally dedicated almost pretty much 100% towards durability to try and improve that, but hopefully we can still have a competitive package, you know, and hopefully do well. Now we move into qualifying on the Saturday, and obviously this is a track that I do like. You know, it's a driver circuit, it's one that does test you, and it's a track that you have to be competitive on. And you know, if you are competitive around here, you're going to get a good grid slot, because this is almost like a street circuit in a way. Qualifying is actually very important. You can overtake, unlike other street circuits, but generally qualifying is important here, and it will definitely help you out. So let's see what happens, and let's see what this session has in store. As per usual, we're going to do the short qualifying session to avoid glitched AI lap times, and also just to confirm I am not running the tyre temperature mod. Therefore, if my tyres overheat, they overheat, but I should be able to keep everything under control. But as you can see, we're going to hit the track here for the first time in our new Mercedes car for Season 5, along with a new helmet and new gloves, of course, and also new boots. Bit of a fresh look and changing the way things look for Season 5 a little bit in this Mercedes car, and it's rest in peace to the red gloves as we now move into our first of 3 runs in qualifying, going out on the slower of the 3 compound tyres, on the super softs actually, just to get a banker lap in to see how the car's performing going into the session. And to be fair, we was there or thereabouts in the mix. You know, I definitely felt like we had some okay pace and we could definitely compete with the big boys. But as you can see, moving on to a set of ultra soft compound tyres to really pick up the pace here, and going through sector 1, already 2.5 tenths up, then through sector 2, a couple more tenths up as we now go through the fast chicane, really carrying the speed there, collecting the bollard in the process. But generally a very nice lap so far as we now go through the final corner, opening up the DRS, running as wide as you can, and we are 8 tenths up. As we run it up to the line, we jump up into the top 10 and we go P9 with that lap. But then we had one more set of ultras left, so we're going to try and see if we can improve our laps. And here we go On to lapping qualifying on our best attempt in the session with 5 seconds left on the clock. First of all, turn 1, you want to really attack the curbing here, really maximise the lap time on the DRS through turn 3, and now down towards turn number 3, you're going to brake just as the wall ends on the left hand side there, down to third gear, and then later second to rotate the front end, and then it's left hander of turn 4, really important to attack that inside curb, get on the power as soon as possible, flat out through 5, and then you're looking at the next right hand corner here, braking just as the track kind of straightens up a little bit, and then use all the curb on the exit, going up through the gears into sector 2, and pretty much this is all about momentum and good car confidence. Again, as the wall ends on the left hand side, turn in as your reference point for this little sharp right hander as we open up the taps along this back straight, and now it's all about full commitment through the far chicane. Let's have a listen. Flat out through the second part, DRS wide open, running it in 7th gear, really committing to that section as we now go into the final sector. Last couple of corners here, all about keeping it nice and tidy and not letting your lap fall apart as you've done all the hard work up until this point, letting the car run it nice and wide onto the curb there. Last 2 corners, really make sure you attack that. I went a little bit wide and missed my apex and then get a bit of a poor exit, but we are still up on the delta as we open up DRS through the final corner. Unfortunately, the last 2 corners a little bit scruffy, throwing away a little bit of time, but we do cross the line and we do improve our lap by a 10th and a half and ultimately qualify in P9. But for sure, there was definitely a little bit more lap time there if we kept those final 2 corners a little bit cleaner and not made that mistake. But all in all, a decent session. We qualified P9. Probably could have been, I reckon, P8 or P7 if we got it together. But generally a decent qualifying Q, or I'll say Q3, top 10 pretty much. And Hamilton P5, they're my teammate. So out qualifying our first race, Charles Leclerc, the man on pole position for the Sauber team with Vettel alongside him. It's going to be a very, very exciting race. The grid promises to be very tasty indeed for the race tomorrow. So that being said, it is now time for the start of season number 5 in this F1 2018 career mode. Let's see what we can do from P9. Hopefully we can pull something out the bag. It's time for the Australian Grand Prix and season 5 is underway. Let's go.
New drivers, new cars, and a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21-race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. I'm joined today in the commentary box, as I will be throughout this season, by a great racing driver, former F1 competitor, man who was world champion once upon a time as well, and an all-round top chap. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, the first time racing these cars. So what are the big questions that need to be answered here, in your view?
First of all, Crofty, and thanks for the glowing introduction. I just want to say it's a real privilege to be here, and I can't wait to see what this competitive field has in store for us this season. Now, to answer your question, obviously there's the question of performance in race trim, but really this is going to be all about reliability. It's the first Grand Prix of the season, don't forget. You're pushing all your new components to their limits. Formula One cars are full of very sophisticated but also very sensitive technology. So the most important thing today is to get to the end of the race, keep everything in good condition and try to stay out of trouble while you're at it.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole. And starting alongside is Nico Hülkenberg. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Hamilton, Marcus Ericsson and Alonso, Ocon, Martinez, Gasly and Daniel Ricciardo, Van Dorn, Vettel, Brendan Hartley and Verstappen, Perez, Grosjean, Lance Stroll and Kevin Magnussen. Sirotkin and Carlos Sainz starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right then, here we are on the grid for the first race of Season 5. We start from 8th place, row number 4, and all in all, not a great qualifying. I think I could have done a little bit better. I reckon there was a little bit more pace on the car, but generally we seem to be a little bit off the pace around here, and our teammate and also the top car seem to be a little bit too fast for us. Hopefully we can try and turn it around in the race though. We are going to start from row 4, promoted by 1 place due to Sebastian Vettel's penalty. And in terms of the strategy for today's race. We're going to try and put off the one-stopper onto the softs. We might struggle on our tyres a little bit towards the end of the stint, but hopefully we can try and make it work and try and commit to this strategy, because if we have to switch to the two-stop, we're going to lose a lot of time. Also, fuel-wise, we are half a lap over to not be too heavy or too light, and hopefully have a good competitive race. But that being said, I'm basically looking to have a decent opener, try and get back used to driving the Mercedes again, and take it from there really. But I'd love to score maybe a top 5 finish, that's for sure. So let's see what happens, and hopefully we can have a good race. It's time for the start of Season 5. Let's jump right into it. Right, here we go. Let's get ready for the 5 red lights here at Australia. Lights are on, and they are off, and a new season is underway. It's a decent start. We managed to hold on to our position pretty much as we go down towards turn 1. Gasly trying to go on the outside of me there. No way through for the Frenchman. And we're now going to go single file all the way down towards turn number 3. Ocon goes early on the brakes. We go down the inside of the Frenchman. He's going to hold it on the inside line and just about recovers in position. Fair play. We're going to get the momentum though through that corner. Can we go down the inside? Yes, we do. It's a late move, but we do make it work. Running nice and deep on purpose to avoid him hanging around the outside and also avoiding the switchback. So we've gained a place. We're up into P7 in this race, which is good. Good start for us for a change. And you can definitely tell the difference in power compared to the Williams car. But now we're going to try and catch up to the back of Fernando Alonso and try and pass him if possible. Good start though, decent opening lap. Let's try and settle into this race now if we can. It feels great to drive a car that's actually competitive in the races again. It really is. I can just feel the difference in performance with this Mercedes car. It really is a breath of fresh air, and something I'm absolutely loving already here. Another personal best, good pace. 2 in a row at the minute, and I'm keeping pace with the leaders. And we're also keeping the gap to the guard behind as well, which is important. I'm starting to close into Alonso though as he starts to drop off from the top 5. Let's try and get past the McLaren if we can. Just starting to do a little bit of tyre management now. My left side of tyres is getting a little bit of a workout, especially my left rear. So I'm just coming off the pace a little bit to try and watch my tyres and also be a little bit more smooth on power inputs. And basically just manage my left side of tyres, as you can see there. 103 on the left rear. It's borderline, so we need to try and manage that. But we are looking good, which is the main thing, and we're still in the mix, which is what you want to be.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Safety car deployed, very interesting. I think we're going to come in here. It's a very early stop, but we're going to have to take it.
Lewis is in the pits.
Right, let's see. So Lewis came in. I'm going to commit to it though. I'm going to lose time, but I think it's worth it. Here we go. Let me out. There we go. Right, okay. We didn't lose too much time, I don't think. I think we should be okay. We lost a couple of places, so Grosjean's out of the race. We lost a place to Gasly there. I probably could have gone for the super soft, to be honest with you, but let's see what happens. This could be interesting strategy-wise. I'm not really sure how this one's going to play out, but it was a free pit stop. I had to take it. So now let's rejoin the pack. I'm not really talking because I'm trying to work out the numbers in my head, but I don't know. I'll find out more once everything kind of settles down. But for sure, it's going to be tricky to get this one to the end, I think. So we might have to pit again. So therefore, I might push on these tyres a bit. We'll have to wait and see. Or we try and go to the end and rely on the fact we might get another safety car or a VSC. But let's wait and see what happens. Still a long, long way to go in this race. Well, the safety car is coming in this lap. Trying to get my tyres up to temperature. Let's get ready for the restart here. Hopefully we're competitive. Let's see what happens. Everyone's going to be pushing hard on this restart, so we need to be aware as we almost hit the back of Pierre Gasly here. Green flag. Let's go racing. Here we go. Can we switch on these softs and make them work like a super soft? Let's find out. Gasly all over the back of that Williams. Here comes Sebastian Vettel to the right hand side. There's multiple 2-1 action here into turn 1. Oh my god, so close. We're going to squeeze Vettel out and hold on to the position. And now Ocon's actually going for the move here as he goes to the outside. Oh, we're very hot on the brakes again. There's just not that much grip on these tyres at the minute. Ocon trying down the inside again on the super softs, but we do manage to hold on. Now we need to get past Sorokin here in the Williams. He seems to be very, very slow. Very, very slow. Gee whiz. You could tell that car is just not up to scratch, and that was my former car. Sorokin gets on the brakes so early. Lots of battling going on here, so a little bit of scrappy going on in front of us. Might be an opportunity for us to pick up some positions. Here we go in the toe of Sergei Sorokin. I'm going to show Ocon the long way around. He's going to try and go around my outside. Oh my god, Sorokin keeps making this awkward for me. I can't carry any speed, and I'm on the back foot. Here comes Ocon again. He's going to go to the inside. This is going to be so awkward. Oh my god.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Oh my god. We've got front wing damage. We picked up red end plate. Damn it. Not the one. Not the one. I'm in trouble. We need to come in. We need to come in, unfortunately. Let's get the front wing fixed. Wow. That's gone wrong for us. Completely on the restart. And I've sped. Oh no. 5 second stop go. Right, we're going to have to serve that at the end of the race. What a disaster. What a disaster of a sequence. That safety car period just hasn't worked out for me whatsoever. And we're probably going to have to stop again as well. So, yeah, this has not gone well for us. It really hasn't. And I'm not really happy, to be honest with you. I think Sorokin must have had front wing damage because the way he was driving was ridiculous. And then Ocon and Vettel both trying to dive it down my inside. I mean, I don't even know. Either way, we are rock bottom last, over half a lap down the leaders. We need a miracle to get anything out of this race. We really do. We need another safety car at least to get anything out of this Grand Prix. Let's get our head down. We've still got 20 laps to go. You never know what could happen. If I could score any form of a point today, that would be an incredible achievement. Right, trying to run at a strong pace. Personal best. It's 1 minute 20. It's not a fast lap of the Grand Prix, which I'm quite surprised about. So we might not have as good pace as I thought, but I think it's still going to be enough pace that I can try and compete and challenge. Even faster still, 20.7. Just trying to run at the strongest pace I can possibly can here. I'm not holding back whatsoever. I'm just trying to gain as much ground as I can on these tyres earlier. And I've got to do another pit stop, so yeah, I'm pretty much burnt up now. All my ERS deployment. I'm going to try and set up a move on Sorokin here. He's going to go slow through turn 1. We've got Stroll leaving the pit lane. This is going to make it awkward for everyone involved. Here we go. Can we get a 2-for-1 overtake? I don't think we can, or can we? Sorokin's definitely doable. Down the inside of Stroll, sorry, Sergei Sorokin. We get that move done. Stroll's come in for his one and only stop of the Grand Prix on those soft compound tyres, so he hasn't got coming anymore. Let's try and get past him. Yellow flag in front. Something's happened. Let's see what's happened here. So Renault involved. And I think he's out of the race. Yeah, it's Hulkenberg. He's lost both front wheels. And we've got Raikkonen off as well in the Ferrari. So something big has happened there. Could that be another safety car maybe? I'm kind of hoping it is, to be honest. I'm still waiting if something's going to happen though. It doesn't look like it. VSC deployed. Oh my god, another crash. Ericsson's off. What the hell is happening here? I'm gonna stay out because it's a bit earlier. I wanted a safety car. I don't really have a tyre to get that long into the race, so I'm gonna stay out. It basically gives me a chance to cool off my tyres and save a bit of fuel and ERS. So I'm gonna do that instead. But wow, whew, lots of cars in the pit lane here. We're gonna gain a few places. We're gonna jump up into P12 as the VSC is about to. VSC ended and we're back up to racing speed here. Once again trying to get back past Lance Stroll. I'm going to set Stroll up for a move here. Through the chicane if I can. Getting the momentum, there we go. Going to overtake ERS along with some rich mix. Stroll goes defensive, but we're going to barge our way through. No prisoners. We're on a charge here and we need to really get some positions We've got Perez in the pit lane, so that's going to promote us, I think, into the top 10. Let's confirm that though. Here we go along the pit straight, and there we go. We're now into the top 10. So we've made some recovery, but we've still got a long way to go in this race. We've got a few more cars in the pit lane here. They're now leaving the pit exit as we speak. Carlos Sainz being one of them. They're all on soft compound tyres now. Turn 1. We're going to get very close to Sainz here. Can we try and get past the Renault? Let's find out. In the slipstream, Sainz goes defensive. Around the outside. Don't really have the grip. Oh, we lose the back end there. And I can't quite make it stick, unfortunately. Sainz defends that one nicely. Starting to lose his tyres now a little bit. They're definitely losing their edge. But we need to hold on as long as we can until we can get onto the set of ultras later on. And there we go. DRS is going to fly in. Brilliant. That's exactly what I needed. While I'm trying to charge through the pack. There's the irony in the fact that I can't seem to pull away from Stroll. And he's actually catching me and faster than me on the straights. Albeit he's got DRS, but still, I think it's quite ironic how literally my first race back to Mercedes and my former team is starting to haunt me. Right, we've got Charles Leclerc in the pit lane. It's going to give us P9 for now. Here comes Stroll. Look how much he gains in the straight. Unbelievable. Trying to get the hammer down here, I really am, but the tyres are starting to struggle and they can't really maintain that pace anymore. Oh, Carlos Sainz out of the race in the Renault. So both Renaults retire from the Grand Prix. Actually, no, it's Daniel Ricciardo. Never mind, not Carlos Sainz. That seems to be a glitch in my game. Whenever it says Sainz retires, it's actually Ricciardo. Either way, Ricciardo retires from his home Grand Prix. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping for a safety car there. That timing would have been absolutely impeccable. Here comes Lance Stroll. Jesus, I can't shake this guy off, man. We're going to hold the inside. My left rear is actually hot. I've overheated my left rear a little bit, which has put me on the back foot slightly, but we should be okay though. Right then, here we go. We're going to go into the pit lane. Final sector of the track. We've managed to make the stint work. But it's now time for my final stop of the race onto a fresh set of ultras. Hopefully we can push on those and hopefully they don't overheat too easily. Into the pit lane. Nice and aggressive. Come on, let's not speed this time. Get all slowed down. There we go. Right. I'm going to have to serve 5 seconds, unfortunately. So it's not bad, not a big thing because we would have had to serve it at the end of the race anyway. But here we go. Right. Underway. We're P12. We're about to lose 2 more places, so we're going to drop down to P14. I really need a safety car. Like, I need a VSC or something. Like, I need a prayer, basically, to get anything out of this race. I've had good pace, so I've tried to make something happen, but I think without a VSC or a safety car, nothing's going to happen. So, yeah, let's have a little bit of fun on this tyre, but I don't think points are going to happen today. Fastest lap of the race. Trying to do my best here. Still pushing on this fresh tyre. Obviously, never give up. Even though realistically it's probably not going to happen, you've got to always keep trying. Somehow I don't have DRS on Magnussen here, but we're going to try and make the pass on him. We're going to gain a lot through here. Another fastest lap of the race as we're going to turn 1. Get the momentum. There we go. Very close to K-Mag here. Let's try and get this move done. Slipstream. We're going to pull to the inside. It's a late lunge, but we are going to make it stick. And the job is done. Now we can keep on going, hopefully chase after Verstappen. Maybe try and get past him as well. Tyre temperatures are on the limit. Both left-sided tyres are on 103, which is kind of like the breaking point. But I'm still catching Verstappen here, but I've run out of the ERS pretty much in the bottom right, so I'm saving that to really closely up to Verstappen when I need to. Struggling on my tyres now. I can't close what's left of the gap to Verstappen, unfortunately. Can't really get within DRS, and also my fuel is going to the negative, so I think this might be all she wrote, to be honest. Oof. I think I can't do this anymore. I can't push. My tyres are going to go, and I'm going to have a serious accident, I think. Oh my god. Tyres, yeah, there you go. Left-sided tyres are cooked, so I think that's going to be it. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Let's just bring it home. Oh, yellow flag. There's a bollard there, and I think there's been an issue with a Sauber. Verstappen's all over the back of Charles Leclerc. but still I think it's a little bit too late. At best we could only get P11 anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. Verstappen all over the back of Leclerc there as we come through the final couple of corners here. Lewis Hamilton though is the winner in Australia as we run out of fuel, so there you go, that's going to sum up our race. But Hamilton wins in Australia. Really good performance from Lewis Hamilton, a bit of a surprise win in many ways. I thought, Vettel, Leclerc, they all had better chances of winning, but still, there's no points for us in the opener. Disappointing.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
A reliable car, that was the most important factor here. This was a real battle of attrition, and you could tell those at the front were trying to find a balance between running their outright pace and taking care of the car to reach the end.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Right, so looking at the final race results, Hamilton wins the opener down under in Melbourne, Australia, ahead of Fernando Alonso, gets a great second place, and Sebastian Vettel P3. Brendan Hartley P4 ahead of Pierre Gasly, and then we have Carlos Sainz, Stoffel Van Dorn, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, and Lance Stroll rounding off the top 10. A very mixed up top 10 there, with Lance Stroll actually scoring a point in the Williams. Then we have Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen with a 3-second penalty, and myself, Kevin Magnussen, and further down we have Sirotkin, Ricardo, Ericsson, Hulkenberg, Raikkonen, and Grosjean all retiring from the Grand Prix. 5 retirements in the opening race of the season. And in terms of the constructors, what that means is that we are actually leading by 1 point thanks to Lewis. So it's not all doom and gloom, although ultimately we have a 0 to our name in the Drivers' Championship. And we go to Bahrain next, which is not my strong circuit. Not because of me, more because the AI are ridiculous around there. And then China will probably be my first good chance of points. But you never know. Last season in Bahrain, we actually I pulled something out of the background that I was quite impressed with my pace. So hopefully we can do the same yet again. But all in all, that is going to be it for Australia, guys. And we're now going to move into the laptop. Right, so here we are then on the R&D screen now. I do want to buy some durability upgrades straight off the bat to try and improve this car. However, they're a little bit more expensive than I thought. As you can see, the cheapest one being, I think, 650 for the control electronics. So hopefully we can get that in the next episode. And yeah, you can see they're all pretty much out of reach. So we don't have the actual resource points for it. So hopefully after the next episode, we will have enough points to try and get some upgrades on the car. So, yeah, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this episode of Crim Mode. If you did enjoy it, then please do drop a like on the video. Also, do get subscribed for daily Formula 1 content and turn notifications to not miss a single upload from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, thank you for watching, guys. Let's get my next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.